All right, welcome back. I woke up this morning to a text message with a link to an article that blew my mind. That was a surprise this morning and I was not expecting it. When I read the title and it says that Ipsy purchased Boxycharm, I was like, what? Did I wake up on the wrong side of the world today? What happened? And we're gonna discuss that today. I want you guys to know that I'm gonna give you my honest feedback, my thoughts behind it. In addition to, I am going to include Joe's entire video, his live, the entire thing from beginning to end. Now brace yourself, because that whole thing is 5 minutes worth, but I do know a lot of people do not have a Facebook account and or don't have the time or the energy to go searching for it. Girl, that's what I'm here for. I did screen record the entire video for you guys. I am not gonna snip it, cut it, edit it, because I feel like I want you guys to hear it directly from him, exactly how he said it. I am also going to include in the description box the link to the actual Bloomberg article so you guys can read it for yourselves. But as we're going through this, make sure you guys go in the comment section as we're going and just answer these questions for yourselves, because I want to hear your feedback as we go. I feel like if you wait towards the end of the video, you're going to kind of lose your train of thought or miss out on something that you wanted to mention. So as I'm talking, the video will continue to play. So scroll down and give me your feedback. I totally want to hear you guys' thoughts. And finally, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you do. The button is right here. Also hit that thumbs up button for me. I really appreciate all the likes, and click the notification bell. That way YouTube lets you know every single time I upload a new video. Make sure you select all notification. And if you've been subscribed to my channel or you've been had the notification bell, make sure you double check that, because YouTube continues to unsub people, not just from my channel, from all channels. There's this weird glitch that I and no one else that has a YouTube channel understands. So just make sure you double check. That way you don't get upset when you miss out on my constant new uploads. Okay, I lied. One more thing. This makeup look has been filmed and it's coming soon. So just give me a day or two. It's coming up though. All right. I've been getting a flood of emails. I've been getting DMs, people asking, is it true? People saying, what is going on? You usually are in the know. What is your feedback? Give me your opinion. Are you freaking out? What in the world? Okay. So I made a list of most of the questions that I'm getting so that I can give you guys my feedback basically. So it turns out that Ipsy has acquired, i.e. merged with Boxycharm. So Ipsy has pretty much purchased, or what is being understood, purchased Boxycharm, which, to be honest, I didn't even know it was out on the market. I was just like, what is going on? I had no idea that Boxycharm was out on the market. So essentially, Ipsy and Boxycharm have decided to join forces, to merge. A lot of charmers are upset. Okay. So, what does this mean? It just means that they're working collaboratively, but at the end of the day, there's still going to be two separate brands. So Boxycharm will continue to be Boxycharm and Ipsy will continue to be Ipsy. You're not gonna see a Boxy, a Boxy card or Boxy name inside Ipsy and the vice versa. It's not gonna say Ipsy x Boxycharm for our monthly boxes. They're gonna continue to be separate entities. They're just gonna work more collaboratively. And based on what Joe is saying is that, these two brands are so great and have, expanded and exploded in such a major way that they can help each other in a way. So where one needs to improve upon, learn, and is slacking, maybe the other brand is doing so much better, and so they can support one another so they can grow together versus work against each other. That's my understanding. The next question that I'm seeing a lot is, well, what happens now? Apparently nothing. Everything is really happening behind the scenes. Boxycharm headquarters and all of that is pretty much gonna stick where it's at. We are here on the East Coast. We as in, because I live in Florida, but I don't work for Boxycharm, just to be clear. I'm not on payroll or anything like that. So everything that I say is always my opinion, unbiased, and I keep it 100 with you guys. And then Ipsy, who also currently sends me PR, is going to be over on the West Coast, as they always have been. My understanding is Ipsy does have some sort of representation here on the East Coast, but their warehouse and home offices and everything is over on the West Coast. So they're going to continue to be separate entities. They're just kind of like under the same branch, under the same umbrella, and they're going to be supporting each other. I believe they're also going to have pretty much the same board, which is pretty good, because at the end of the day, everyone just wants to improve upon brands and everyone just wants to grow and be better. So why not do it together? So essentially, this really is not going to affect us. When Joe did his live, a lot of the questions that I saw was, well, are you guys going to increase the prices? Are the prices going to change? What's going to be different? What are you eliminating? As for Joe, everything is going to remain the same. There are no plans of increasing the rates or anything like that. It's all about trying to kind of work together, really. Now, looking at the general consensus of my subscribers' feedback, I'm not just gonna say charmers, because I also love and unbox Ipsy. It's one of those things, like, I always see feedback that's just varying based on which box I'm unboxing. So there are so many charmers who say, wow, like, I left Ipsy, and I've been getting DMs about this. I even got emails, people just questioning, like, what's my feedback? But also on Joe's live, people were saying, like, I left Ipsy for a reason, because they suck. That's what I read. I'm not saying that, that's what I read. And I went to Boxy because Boxy is better, but then I'm also seeing people saying, well, I like Ipsy better than Boxy because Boxy has been slacking. So there's no like united front as to who likes what better. And I think it's all based on personal preference. So some people actually are really excited for the merger. There's some people who are just like, I love Ipsy, I love Boxy, and it's just like the more the merrier. Awesome. Like, if you guys can share ideas and spread it out and make everyone happy, that's amazing. So it's one of those things, like, everyone has a different opinion and different feedback on like what is really going on, and it's one of those things like, The question I'm getting the most is, how do I personally, as a consumer, because you guys know I've been paying for my boxes for like ever. I still have active subscriptions, even though I get PR. So how do I feel about it? I actually have a little sense of relief, because I often get the question, which one is better? Which one do you like better? Which one should I subscribe to the most? And I feel like the merger is great because I'll get less questions about, can you compare the two and which one do you like the most? Because quite honestly, I've always said this, I love Boxy, and it has this special place in my heart, and I've gone into detail. I'm not gonna do that now as to why, but then I also love Ipsy, and it has a special place in my heart because, there's a thorough reason for that too. So it's one of those things, like, I love them both equally. And I just want people to love both of them. Those are my top two subscription boxes. So I actually think this merger would be a good thing. I think that I'm actually optimistic and excited to see what is to come. I do know that behind the scenes, there are a lot of things that apparently we should be excited for, like the beauty bash that's coming up that I still have no idea what in the world it has anything to do with, like Boxy related, but there's a beauty bash launching on the 9th. And I'm just like, okay, but I understand that, but what does that mean? What does it entail? I have no idea, but that's exciting, So there's a lot of things in development, a lot of things that are coming up, and I just like to remain as optimistic as possible and be super excited. That's just my feedback. I don't think this is going to be a negative thing. I don't think that we're going to be affected directly, and I hope not. I mean, I hope that I'm right, and I hope that we're not affected directly. I just think there's a lot to mull over. I'm really happy that Joe addressed it in his live, solely because I was getting a lot of questions. I didn't even know, should I talk about this? Did people see this? Are they even like, is this real? Is it, I mean, it's Bloomberg, hello, but like, I was just like, is this even like, I literally woke up and got punched on the left-hand side, and I was just like, blindsided. I had no idea this was going on, and I had like positive emotions, but like, what, And I'm sure you guys are also puzzled, but yes, it is very true. Feel free to watch the rest of this video. It is going to be Joe's full on live. And then when you're done with that, if you want to check the description box down below, I am going to link the actual article down below so you can read it for yourselves. But Joe said that a lot of things are in development and they'll be sharing more and more as the time goes by. I'm really excited for that. Now that we're going to move on to Joe's live, I do want to say my goodbyes and say thank you so much for spending a few minutes out of your day with me. I hope you are processing this just as well as I am. And I hope you're pumped and I hope you're excited because a lot of goodness is coming out of this. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Enjoy Joe's clip. Bye.
Good morning, everyone. I wanted to jump on a quick live with you and give you some update. Some of you have heard or read on the news that there was an acquisition by Texas Pacific Group that backed Ipsy, an acquisition for Boxycharm, and I wanted to shed some light. Let me allow some more people in. Let me see you. So far I see a small amount. Good morning. See who's on. Let's let it build up. Okay. So it was an acquisition, partly merger, but we're extremely excited to announce it that we are working now with Texas Pacific Group, TPG, and Ipsy, and we signed the paper last night. The acquisition was taking us a while, and I kind of wanted to set the information straight. I stay in Boxycharm. I'll stay as a president of the combined entity, not just on the board. And I'm going to keep running the company. Ideally is that Boxycharm and Ipsy are going to just improve. If there is a component that one company does better than the other, then we're going to learn from each other and get ourselves better. If it's going to be in a product or service, this is the goal, to take whatever we do and make it better. It's super exciting because each company has their own internal resources and I would say trade secrets and I would say information that we really keep proprietary for us. And now when you unveil, when you take down, when you lift the curtain and you learn from the other side, we're both getting better. And this is exciting. So if there was any concern where people think, well, are you going to start shipping only Ipsy? No. Boxycharm is going to stay Boxycharm. Ipsy will stay Ipsy. And if Boxycharm has a point that we can go and help Ipsy improve, we'll do it, which I'm sure there are. And then vice versa. If it's in customization, profiling people and giving you the right product, shipments, customer service, products going into the box, all that is going to be improved. What's also important to understand is that the reason Boxycharm did so well and the reason Ipsy did so well was one of the reasons was that we compete with each other, and that competition pushed us, each company, to be better. When I started Boxycharm, Ipsy was definitely a benchmark for me to where I want to hit and how I want to get better. And then later on, as we grew, it was definitely a competition for Ipsy, and they felt us and they wanted to improve. So they moved from a bag into a full size. And really, ultimately, we both got much better. We allowed choice, we allowed add-ons, and we allowed customization. Our customization got better, and there's just a lot more to improve. And now, as a combined entity, we'll be much more resourceful and much better. But at the same time, we want to make sure that when you get Ipsy or Boxycharm, you're not going to feel as if it was built in the same place. We're going to keep two separate companies. We're here on the East Coast. Well, they have also present in the East Coast, but Boxycharm is primarily East Coast, and then Ipsy is the West Coast. Two separate entities, two separate group of people, and think of two different chefs on two different restaurants creating different dishes, so you can always get a different experience for both boxes. This is where we're very, very important. So I see some people are confused, so if you can watch the video from the start, I'll keep it saved, but to summarize, Boxycharm and Ipsy are now working together. We have done this last night. They just signed the papers. Really exciting. And we're trying to improve everything we are doing, making sure that collaborative resources and efforts are to improve the experience and the product on both companies. Understand that nothing is going to change in your end. All you're going to see is the same thing. You're not going to receive Ipsy box by mistake. It's separate resources. So this is it. You can go and find the articles on Bloomberg that was published today. And pretty much I'm excited to show you what's coming in apparel. And that's pretty much it. We will do another one later on, probably next few days, where I can do some questions and answers, but today we have a lot of work to do, and it's an exciting day for everybody in Boxycharm and Ipsy. I want to congratulate the Ipsy team. They did a fantastic job. I'm really excited working with them. I've met with their senior team, with the leadership team, and definitely a lot of excitement on both sides. So thank you all, and we'll be in, I will say, in about next week, after the election, we will talk about that merger and acquisition again, and I'll answer some more questions.